Well, I'd love to watch this shit, but it seems like things keep happening. Um, what have we got today? Nick Bosa is out for the season. Torn ACL that came through last night our time. I'm going to write a little bit on it, but I'm just going to sort of summarise my views here, and you can check out the full article later on if you like. Um, Obviously losing a player of Bosa's caliber is never a good thing. This guy's an All-Pro, possible Hall of Famer if he kept up his pace. Um, Fantastic defensive player, makes a difference to every defensive scheme. It's somebody that offenses have got to account for. We saw that actually in the limited time that he played on Sunday. He was getting double teamed and even triple teamed on some plays, and they were clearly shit scared of what he could do. Um, so losing that is a big blow. Do I think it's like terminal to the season? Not really. We have some things to figure out, such as what we're going to do in certain positions. Um, I think Bryce Huff probably becomes a full timer now at defensive end, and Samo, I still can't pronounce his name, probably plays the bass downs a little more. Um, I think those are reasonable assumptions to make. Um, but I guess the issue that you have is you're going from a player that teams have to account for to basically four still good players, but no sort of game changer. I think we'll be looking for Mikael Williams to sort of evolve into that. But it's worth remembering he's an inside rusher primarily. That's where we've seen him make most of his noise this season. And I think that goes for a fair bit of the defensive line when you look at it. If there's a weakness that we do have, we don't have many pure ends, pure pass rushing ends. I don't think Samo is really that. He's a base defensive end, but I wouldn't say you put him there in a rush situation. Although he has been there once or twice. Mikael Williams slides inside on passing downs, a bit like Eric Armstead. Um, Bryce Huff really is the only out and out defensive end that we use in a rushing capacity. So I do think there's a weakness there and potential for an addition, maybe, if we can make one. Um, there's a lot of trade chatter going around Niners Twitter right now. I'm not seeing us making one for a couple of weeks, if that. For one thing, a lot of teams have yet to decide if they're buyers or sellers. It will probably depend on the next couple of weeks, and in all likelihood, um, some of the targets are not going to be viable. Trey Hendrickson is a name I keep seeing mentioned. He's with Cincinnati. They're still 2-1 at the moment. Yeah, we know they've got issues because of the quarterback. We know all that, but it's going to be a couple of weeks before they're potentially active sellers, if they even are. The Giants is a possibility with Thibodeau, and possibly even one or two of their other rushers. They have got quite a few, but again, it will rely on them not still thinking they can salvage their own season. It isn't just about the 49ers. They're not inclined to help us out unless we give them a good offer. And that's not to say that we won't be active. We usually are at the trade deadline anyway, as long as we're in competition. John Lynch has shown aggressiveness at times when I didn't think he should have. Christian McCaffrey trade came in the midst of a season where it felt like we were falling off, and it actually proved to be transformational. So I think you'll see something there, but perhaps not just yet. But Robert Saleh is going to earn his money. That's my prediction on this one. I think, yes, losing a transformative player is not good, but if there's anybody that can scheme around it, I think it will be him. He is a much better defensive coordinator than he was in 2020 when he last had to deal with this. So I'm pretty confident, one way or another, he's going to find his way to do it. I don't think we'll be as dominant, and there'll certainly be times where we go, God damn, I wish we had Bosa out there, because why wouldn't you? He's one of the best players in the league. But I don't think it's as catastrophic as some 49ers analysts seem to think. I think we're going to be okay. And hey, we're still 3-0, you know? we got a season to play. Let's move on. I wish him the best for his recovery. I hope he's okay, and I hope we get him back fully firing next season. But the NFL is next man up, and we got to get on with it now. So we got Jacksonville this Sunday. I fancy us to win that. Let's go do it. Let's prove we're still a live team, and as long as we can do that, get some padding in the schedule now, because down the stretch it gets a little bit more difficult. We can make it into the playoffs, and then by then, hopefully, we've started to eradicate some of this injury bug, and we're getting the guys back that are currently missing. So, yeah, I'm not quite as down as some people are, but obviously it's not good to lose a player. But I think we're more equipped to survive it now than we were in 2020. And more than that, I actually think we're a pretty damn good team this year. Our defense is maturing rapidly, and I think the offense is still dangerous, and it's missing most of its best players right now. So I'm pretty optimistic with where we're gonna go, subject to change. But of course, we got to just try and play each game as it comes now, and just see where we end up. Let's not quit too early. Okay, well, I'll see you on Sunday unless something massive happens before then. And as always, go Niners.